Hello to all traders and welcome back to another market review brought to you by Orbex. So we kick off the week and where to begin? Well, we probably have to be with gold because after the $200 drop that we saw on Friday, is there room for another possible record high as traders were fearing a deeper correction? We've managed to hold on to the 4200 level, which is quite significant because we did have a little bit of a brief test below that particular area before bouncing a little bit higher and obviously clearing for the weekend. Not many gaps to speak about. I've gone to the 30-minute chart from the open today. Just some major consolidation at the moment, but nothing really to worry about. As I said, on Friday we did have a little bit of a lift before the market closed, and that's actually continued from the beginning of the week as well. So as we step into the new week, big earnings news this week. We've got Tesla, Netflix, to name a few. We're just waiting, Intel as well. We're just waiting to see if we're going to have any big movements on the dollar because of the impact of the earnings, and that could affect gold potentially. But in the last few weeks, gold and dollar have been pretty much moving in the same direction, which is quite unnatural for the market. But at the moment we're just seeing now price action taking a little bit of a breather before its next step higher or lower. But like I said, we've held on to the 4200 area, which is quite significant. As I said, had a little bit of a brief dip below that, but nothing really to cause any concern. But this $200 drop to that particular point was a little bit concerning on Friday, but since then, go back on the intraday, we've had, as I said, a little bit of a spring higher, moving a little bit further towards 43 now rather than towards 42. We've been very oversold again and again on the overbought again and again on the RSI quite significantly, so there was always going to be a little bit of a downturn. How much that downturn was, it will have to be seen if it's going to be really recognized in the market. But it's probably the biggest bearish candle that we've seen for quite a long time, going back a few months now. It's just been a bullish rhetoric time and time again, gold lifting $100 every few days, but as you can see on the daily chart, we're still very vastly overbought, so we could see more of a potential spring lower if price action does continue to keep on going the way it has been in the last few trading sessions. Let's just take a look on the DXY, because we were signaling the $100 area for the next firm target, because that was when the last swing high was. We've had very subdued news for the dollar. The government shutdown obviously was a big one, but you know, it did really ignore that particular piece of news because price action was steadily heading higher before having a little bit of a downturn. So it's held its ground, the dollar. We're just seeing now on the forex charts as well against its main competitors, pound, yen, etc., that it's really done quite well in the last few weeks, even though there has been a government shutdown. But as earnings season is upon us, we'll just wait and see if that's going to have any big bearings on where the dollar is going to go next. We had progressive news from banking stocks this time last week, but by the end of the week there was a little bit of a pullback on banking stocks because of the worries that was going to the potential projections by the end of the year. So I'll have to wait and see if that has any big bearing, and we'll obviously see if that's going to have any be any kind of catalyst for the movement in the next few weeks ahead, as we're firmly in the last quarter now, only a few months to go before the end of the year. So very exciting times, especially for the news, because we could see what's going to happen in the next few trading sessions. But as always, we'll bring you all the latest in fundamentals and technicals as they come. So stick with us, stay ahead, trade responsibly, and we'll speak again next time around. Bye for now.